networking for the sake of networking and not collecting business cards, but truly connecting people to opportunities, ideas, growth, and purpose. In this episode, Tino reflects on the deeper motivations that shaped his career, from working with neglected children early in life to helping build one of the largest technology trade associations in North America. If you're in Georgia, you might have heard of it. It's called TAG. His story is rooted in two powerful forces, impact and ambition. We talk about leadership through relationships, the value of retained search in a world obsessed with speed, and why understanding people still matters more than ever in technology and AI-driven business transformations. This conversation is also a reminder that behind every thriving company, every career breakthrough, and every major transformation, there are people who care enough to connect others and help them succeed. And sometimes the most powerful leadership role you can play is simply being a bridge.
I mean, that's a good summary. I mean, I've always wanted to do something that would, impact. I think in college, some of the time I worked part-time at a home for neglected kids. It's called Home for Neglected Kids, kids that they weren't going to be incarcerated necessarily, but they also weren't a fit at home. So there was a location where they'd stay and have training and go to school through there and all. So that was one of the things, I guess, when I started that I, wanted to have an impact on people. And then the second thing is I'm always competitive, so I want to grow businesses and things like that. So the combination of those things, whether it's the why or relevance or retained and is like, okay, you're helping people, you're helping companies find great people to place, and you're helping people find great jobs. So back in the day at Atlanta Technology Professionals, I was the first recipient of the Connector Award, which was named after Dan Weber, who passed away early on, if you knew Dan. So, I was telling people, I'm like, yeah, I got the Connector Award, and now I really get to do that, like most of my jobs through, retained search. And even in the relevance jobs and other things I do, there's a lot of connection taking place. So I think those are a couple of themes, connecting, having an impact, but then being competitive in terms of, okay, I still want, TAG to become the largest tech trade association in North America, which it did, and probably still is, those sorts of things. So that's kind of the combination of jobs that I've taken over the years. Well, just my personal commercial from all these people listening to this is on the retained side. If you are going to hire somebody, whether it's a nonprofit or executive search in the for-profit, think about retain. We're pretty unique because we're small, and you have somebody in myself and my team, but in myself that has been a CEO for more than 3 decades. So, and then we have great recruiters and sourcing people. And if they're looking for a technology role, like a CIO, we probably are competitive with anybody in terms of knowing more of the CIO community than, others. Then on the relevance side, it's a great organization that focuses on, as I said, they don't sell a product. They're really engineers that help to build platforms, whether it's Salesforce or ServiceNow or, data optimization, which is really important for companies getting ready for AI. So yeah, just keep those things in mind as we go forward. And Sherry, I'm glad you're doing this. Thanks. You've always been one that wants to give back and do it through communication. So it's a good thing.
One of the themes that stood out in this conversation is that real influence is rarely built alone. It is built through relationships, trust, consistency, and a genuine desire to help people move forward. Tino's reflections remind us that careers are not just ladders. They're networks of moments, mentorships, opportunities, and connections that shape who we become. Whether he was helping companies grow or placing leaders into transformative roles or building communities around technology, the common thread was always people. And as AI and automation continue reshaping the future of work, that lesson matters even more. Technology may accelerate business, but connection is still what creates meaning, trust, and long-term impact. Thank you for listening to Navigate Change, Amplify Potential. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who's helping to connect to other people and open doors and build community in their own life. Because the future is not built by isolated individuals. It is built by people willing to bring others along with them.